What's up, everybody? Last week we got split 2 of season 24 of Apex, and as we do, we rank things. We ranked the legends in their tiers yesterday. I'll link that video down below. Today we are looking at the long range meta. Once again, this is my opinion. This is based off of how I think. You can disagree. Let me know in the comments where you disagree. And if you ever want to see me playing live, Twitch is linked down below, as well as all my other social medias. This tier maker will be linked down below, and like I said, as well as the legend tier ranking videos. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We are doing long range, the P20s, D tier. Sure, if you can hit some shots, you can do some damage. If it's a Kimbo, you're not doing anything at all. RE45, it's going even further below because it's just a pocket R9, and it's got weird recoil that I don't like. And it's more visual recoil than its actual recoil, but you're not using that long range. 30-30 got buff, got big headshot buff. I'm not a big 30-30 fan, but the charged shots got buffed, and it can do a lot of damage. We're gonna stick that up in A tier. If it had the damage output per mag that did, and it was like an AR and LMG, it'd probably be an S. Alternator, you can hit some shots in the mid range, but you're not doing anything long range. We'll stick it in D tier. It doesn't belong down in D. The bow check, I actually think the bow check is actually pretty good. The problem with the bow check is the care package rarity. It is quieter, so you are harder to find when you're using it. If you're good with it, it can do a lot of damage. It's got shatter caps, which doesn't matter that much to the long range, but if you get stuck with it out in a pinch in the short range, it's actually decent at hip fire. If it was just on the ground loot and you could get shatter caps and everything, I'd probably put it in A tier. We're gonna stick it in B tier for now. Car, it's going C tier. You can hit some shots in the mid range, but fast fire rate, so recoil. Unlike the alternative, that's like no recoil. You're not hitting a lot of shots in the mid range, and you're certainly not hitting them really in the long range. The charge rifle, I hate the charge rifle. It's going top of C tier. Of course, SMGs can't go before, but I hate the charge rifle. The Devo, I got hate where I put the Devo last time. People are probably right. It's a little harder to use at long range, but mid range it can be devastating. I'm putting it in B tier. Eva 8, it's a shotgun. It's going below the pistols. G7 also got buffed. I actually really like the G7. It doesn't quite have the damage output of the 30-30, but with its buff, I think it's good. I would pick up a G7 over 30-30, but in the right hands, the 30-30 I think is definitely better. Then we have the Havoc, which is still in the care package, and in the care package form, it's so gross, but it's hard when it's in the care package to put it high up. We're going to stick it in A tier because if you can grab it, it's just so good, and it has the beam shot on it and blah, blah, blah. Hemlock, I hate the Hemlock. Hemlock's not super duper strong right now. Its iron sights are terrible. I'm just not a burst weapon fan. And if you can hit your shots, it's not hard to hit your shots, but it's good. Despite being in the care package, Kraber is S tier, especially with the removal of helmets and the removal of red armor. Well, the removal of helmets protecting you from headshots. The removal of armor going up to red. It's just so devastating. Despite it being in the care package, it's S. The L star, I'm gonna put it the top of A. It's just so easy to shoot. I actually really love the L star right now. They did nerf its hipfire, which doesn't matter too much for long range. We're gonna go ahead and put it in S tier. I think it is one of the best long range options. Longbow, I hate, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's certainly better than the charge rifle or the SMGs. We're putting it at the bottom of B. Mastiff, another shotgun's going to D. Mozambique, you can surprisingly hit shots a decent amount away from you, so it'll go at the top of the shotguns. And actually, Eva 8 goes. PK, which is care package, weirdly can actually kind of hit shots in the mid range with it. If you get, takes a little bit of luck. We're gonna go ahead and put it. It's still in D tier. Prowler, we're gonna put ahead of the car behind the alternator. I think it's so easy to hit shots. One of everybody's best friends. It's the R3. The R3 is even going ahead of the L star here. We're actually gonna move the L star down to A now that I think about it. R9's going with the SMGs just ahead of the car. Rampage, when you charge it up, is good, but you have to always have thermites on you for it to be really good. So I think it's better than the Devo. Probably better than the Havoc. I can't put it in A tier. I just can't. Because you need those. If it was always charged, it would be up in A tier. We'll put it at the top of B for now. Sentinel, really good sniper. I think the Sentinel is awesome. The Sentinel is gonna get in here behind the charge rifle, because you do need to charge up the Sentinel to really make it awesome. Not the charge rifle, the L-Star. But if you can hit your shots with it, if you always have cells on you, it is so damn good. The triple take did not get buffed like the other two marksman rifles did, so I'm going to stick it behind them. It's still probably my favorite, although I'm not a big marksman rifle guy. And the fact that it can almost be used like a shotgun if you get caught with it in close range all of a sudden does help it out a lot. But with these other two marksman rifles getting buffs, I'm just not going to put it ahead of it. Flatline is going... I'm actually going to... I was going to say I'm going to put it behind the L-Star, but the damage output's just so good. I do think these are the three best long-range options here. The Volt is the best SMG if you're trying to use something in the mid-range, like a sniper support. The Wingman, you can use it long-range, mid-range really well. It kind of almost feels like a pocket marksman rifle. We're going to stick it ahead of the Havoc. The Havoc just moves down because of its rarity being in the care package. And then the Spitfire, which is decent. I actually really like picking it up on drop, just because it can be quite useful on drop. I'm going to go ahead and stick it ahead of the Rampage because it doesn't need to be charged like the Rampage does. And then finally the Nemesis, which got a little bit of a rebalance. I'm not a big Nemesis fan. I'm not a big burst rifle fan or burst anything fan. Other than I do actually really Prowler. And so we're going to go and stick it at the bottom of A tier. I think the long range meta is in a pretty healthy place, but I just think the Kraber is it's just so devastating in the right hands. It's hard to not put it at number 1. With its rarity, we're actually going to put it behind the R3 and the Flatline. The R3 and the Flatline really are 1A and 1B. You can swap them either way, and I would still agree with you. But I like the top 5. The top 5 is the same as it was at the beginning of season 24, and it's the same now. But that is my tier rankings. I don't really think there's any F tier weapons for long range. I mean, maybe you could actually stick all these shotguns down in F tier. I just hate making anything F tier, but we'll put the shotguns down in F tier because they're shotguns. But yep, that's my long range rankings. Let me know in the comments down below where I'm right, wrong, smart, or dumb. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. And like I said, comment down below where I'm right, wrong, smart, and dumb, or let me know what your rankings are. Like I said, I'll link this tier maker down below, my legend tiers down below, Twitch and all my social medias are linked down below as well, and so is my single player channel. So check any of those out if you want to. But like I said, thank you for watching. I will see you on, what is it right now? Is it Storm Point, E District, and Kings Canyon? Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.